The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Rodgers going to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Wallace. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They'll run on first down. Raymond. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
The Packers at 2-6 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. On first down, Raymond. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Hey!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Hurts, open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
First throw pulled in by Jefferson.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Straight ahead running. Here's Samuels. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. We're scoreless after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The second down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Raymond. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Right back to him on 1st down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he'll get this awfully close to a 1st down. Well, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Okay, ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hurts.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw caught there by Wallace.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Now Rodgers.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got the hook up again. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Going long here for Wallace. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 69 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
And complete once again to Watson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there as time expires in the first half.
And the Vikings take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Blankenship out for the point after.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. But to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Finding space at the 40.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And going the books is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
They've gotten up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
But first down, Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker.
And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Raymond. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. On 1st down, it's Samuels. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 64 yards.
Yeah, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
On 1st down, Raymond. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt?
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on 1st down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, that's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team?
79 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Raymond. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. They'll hand it off now to Samuels. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. Raymond. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead.
We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Here we go. Left wing, 19.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And some room to maneuver.
130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Raymond stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run the counter. Raymond. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now a give right side. Raymond. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.